guys are going to they want to fight you.
In the fields of Poteet where the sun beats down, strawberries ripen wearing their red gown. We dream in the rose of future in bloom. With every sweet harvest, we'll break through the gloom. With dirt on my hands, I rise from the pain. So here's to the passion, the joy that we find. In the rhythm of hard work, we leave fear behind. Strawberry fields, oh, they're calling our name. In the warmth of Poteet, we'll light up the flame. Each morning is hope as the dewdrops gleam. Together we toil for a common dream. Days may be tough, but we won't retreat. In the heart of Texas, we'll find our beat. With the lift of our spirits, we'll conquer the night. So here's to the passion, the joy that we find. In the rhythm of hard work, we leave fear behind. Strawberry fields, oh, they're calling our name. In the warmth of Poteet, we light up the flame. Embrace the struggle, let your spirit fly. In the fields of reach for the sky. Embrace the stubble, let's just get it fly. In the fields of Poteet, we'll reach for the sky.
I'm a stone cold killer, I'm a billionaire. I got my own gold digger. If I wasn't this way, I'd rather die. Did it die?
Hey, everybody. Welcome. Welcome to SoTex Time, episode 3951. Episode 666. Welcome to SoTex Time. This is our paranormal special. I guess you can see from the background that yeah, our paranormal Poteet show. We're going to talk a little bit about things that have happened here on the farm, on the ranch, things that happened with Shane. We're welcome our new guest, not new guest, but we welcome a return guest, Shane Griffin.
We're missing somebody.
And Joanna's very sad. Joanna, why are you sad?
I think Donovan got abducted by aliens. He's not here.
Abducted by aliens. Like illegal aliens?
Stop. No, by the aliens in space.
He was on a vacation far away. That's not good.
He'll be here soon, but
You know this little thing we can do karaoke.
I will not be participating.
And hear me out. It's got what you call it? Auto tune.
I might participate.
Tell it's a family secret. I'm actually pretty good at karaoke.
Oh.
Yeah. All
Maybe
right.
it's
I've
there,
done
maybe.
it multiple times. Free pizza for a week or something like that. Pizza classic.
Love it.
Well, pizza plastic.
There you go.
Welcome everybody to the show. Like I said, we're going to be talking about paranormal things. So, what is paranormal? What's your definition of paranormal?
Ooh, I think of paranormal things. I think of things that you really So you see something out of the corner of your eye, and you look, and nothing's there. It's not your psychosis. I mean, it could be paranormal. It could be paranormal. What do you think it is?
It's I think it's a Spanish word. Paranormal.
To stop
It's
the
a-
normal?
Yeah, it's for normal. Yeah.
What do you think it is?
I think it's anything outside the norm.
Oh. I mean, if you look at the definition, the Latin definition, the root words, era is outside of the normal. Yeah, okay. Look at you, smarty pants. Look at you, smarty pants.
I agree.
Brains are great.
We are waiting on Donovan. Donovan is not here. I don't know if he's,
We can talk about other stuff. Maybe I think he's on his way. I hope
Yeah.
he's on his way.
but we do want to talk about some stuff before we ever get into the paranormal stuff. So we just happened to have a festival. How would you explain it? What happened this weekend?
Summer Under the Stars?
Yeah, was that a festival?
It's like a weekend block party.
It's a celebration.
It's a celebration.
It's a celebration.
And there's a barbecue cook-off, and there's a little bit of rides for the young kids, and there's a food stand, and of course all the barbecue booths, and then there's other food trucks that come in. There's music, there's dancing if you want to dance.
I saw Michael Jackson.
Yeah, Michael Jackson
Sounds
was
pretty
there. It was great. Michael Jackson impersonator. It was great. It was fun.
Yeah, speaking of paranormal stuff, I saw Michael Jackson.
I actually took a picture with him. Oh, Donovan just messaged us.
Oh, yeah?
He's about 10 minutes away.
Yeah.
Yay!
Estelle, I see you on there. Tell your brother to get here on time.
Get here when he gets her.
We're talking his pay. We're talking his pay.
A wizard
Okay.
arrives
Oh.
precisely.
What?
We're talking his pay. We're
No.
talking his pay.
Any comment? What was it from?
Well, yeah, Donovan will be here shortly. Hey, Colton, how's it going? Colton says, wow, look at these amazing folks. Colton,
He's so sweet.
I don't know how much I can accept what you say because you keep saying that you're going to come and see us and come get all the prizes that you want.
He came. Take that back. He did come to Poteet, and something happened. He was not able to make it to the farm to pick up his stuff. So you can't give him a hard
Womp womp.
time.
So at Summer of the Stars, Joanna and I got to judge barbecue.
It was Cook's Choice Barbecue.
Cook's Choice
Oh
Barbecue.
man, some of that stuff was so good.
Tell me about that stuff.
So we had 6 options, and I, for whatever reason, cannot remember all 6 of them. But 2 of them were bacon wrapped shrimp items. One of them was a steak, and what was really cool is I talk with my hands and I keep hitting my mic. I'm sorry.
I just don't know what to do with my hands.
One of them, you had the steak, and around the steak, they had these little bitty red Solo cups, and there was the sauce in the Solo cups, and it was great. I can't tell you what was in it, but there was some type of sauce. There was a rib. I can't remember the rest of the stuff that I ate, but my favorite thing that I had was, I believe it was like a maple or applewood smoked bacon, and it had a little bit of sweetness to it, but whatever sauce they had was tangy and spicy, and the shrimp was stuffed with jalapenos and all kinds of other goodness. And I'm allergic to shrimp, but I risked it, and it was delicious. I'm so glad that I did.
Guys, if y'all hear a bunch of rustling around, which is what I hear in my headphones, it's just Shane fiddling with his mic. It's probably getting spooky.
No, it is something. Well, tell me because you and I had different. They separated us. We had to sit at different tables because we knew each other, and we had 6 different items. So what did you?
So on my plates, I had my first plate. I had the first plate, and my first plate was a row of bacon wrapped shrimp, a medium rare cooked steak, and a lobster tail. Now, what really sucks about judging barbecue competition is you can only eat what you can fit on one fork. And I didn't realize you can cut a little piece of everything and put it all on one fork and taste it once. But you have to taste it all at once. Which that didn't sound great to me, a steak, a lobster, and a shrimp at the same time. So what I did is ate half a shrimp. And it was good. And then my next plate, I can remember these things so vividly. My next plate was these cubed steaks, and it was pieces of rib, but they were cut into cubes that were about 2 by 2 by 2, perfect squares. And they were put in rows of 4 by 4, so 16 little cubes in there, and they were cooked where there's little crispies on all the edges.
Beef ribs?
Yes, absolute perfection. That was my favorite thing in everything that I judged was exactly that. It was so good. The next thing was a cheesecake. Did y'all have cheesecake?
I didn't have dessert. No.
Yeah, there was a
What
cheesecake
the
on ours.
heck? Man.
I had a cheesecake, but it was like a banana flavored cheesecake, and it had vanilla wafers on it.
Ooh. See, I love banana pudding.
cheese.
Yeah, that sounds good.
It was good.
Two things that go.
Yeah, it was really good. That was probably my second favorite thing. We also had there was beef fajitas there.
I just remembered the other two things. Go ahead.
There was beef fajitas, but they were weird because they were cut into these tiny little strips that were maybe like the size of half of my finger. And then you could clearly tell that they had cut it, like serrated it all the way down, I guess, to like get in some flavor. It looked ugly. Like visually, when looking at it, I'm like, that is poor.
Not aesthetically pleasing.
It was not aesthetically pleasing. And I'll tell you what it looked like. It looked like tripas that were not cooked like tripas. It just looked like tripas that were laid in a plate and separated out. And I'm like,
I love it. I like
I was like, that looks kind of weird. But tasting it, flavor was great. Texture, I could tell why they put all the little serrations in it because it was chewy. Not my favorite. There was also pork belly in there, and the pork belly was prepared very similar to those beef cubes. It was very good. Kind of lacked in flavor, but what it lacked in flavor, the texture was immaculate. Overall, and I think I've only said 5 things now, but overall, it was a great experience. And the best part is I didn't even have to buy dinner.
Oh, that's true. So the other two things, one of them was like a flank steak. Ours wasn't cut. It was just a steak, and we cut pieces out of it. And then the other one was, it looked like sushi, but obviously it wasn't. It was some type of barbecue roll, and that one was really good. But like I said, the shrimp one was my favorite out of everything.
So we're going to have to forgive Donovan.
Okay.
Estelle says...
Is he bringing cake?
No.
Oh,
Estelle says he was changing my tire with a
he
sack.
is such a sweet brother.
So he's forgiven.
I've always loved being an only child, but then I hear things like this, and I'm like,
I guess he can get 100% pay for this week.
again, we're getting paid.
Are you a mathematician? What's 100% of 0? He's going to get 100% today. Guys, did y'all go to some of the charts? If you did, let us know in the comments. What are our prizes today?
Ooh, wait, I was going to talk
Speaking
more
of comments.
some,
Okay,
some,
talk.
under the stars. Were you there on Sunday? So on Sunday, there was Bobby Dixon, who I don't have his book with us, but we have, the author, local author, and he does all kinds of cool stuff with Poteet and whatnot. He was there with his human AI DJing. It was cool. He had a whole show. There was lights going on. The music was good. Thoroughly enjoyed it. And we're going to see if we can he did say he would come to our cornhole tournament for the Rotary, Cornhole for a Cause, and he's going to come and play some music for us on April 30th. So it's going to be exciting.
Yeah,
we can
so...
talk about these prizes whenever you
No.
You should tell AI what you want.
No. There's a turntable, but the band is AI, and there's screens, and on the screens there's videos, and it's the AI, I guess, images, people that he's created. It's cool. It's really cool. I should have taken a video so we could show it.
So the video was on repeat, so it didn't actually match up with the music, but I can tell you that video more than likely was the storyline to his book.
There was some Easter eggs.
There was Easter eggs in that video. It was cool.
It was cool. I enjoyed it. You're a terrible friend.
You need to read it. We actually have a copy of it up there, but I think that belongs to Aliana.
Somebody wanted.
Aliana did. Her thing is right on top
Well,
of
there
it.
you go. I should probably get that to her. Or we could go and eat dinner.
Yeah, I can't hear you.
I'm sorry. I'm trying to adjust this because I keep hitting it. It's in my face now. Like, it makes me uncomfortable.
But guys, make sure you comment. There's 6 of y'all watching, and I've got 4 of you on the wheel. If you comment, I'm going to add you to the wheel of names, and if you are on the wheel of names, at whatever point in time that we decide to spin that wheel, we have 4 prizes today. What do we got, Joanne?
Well, this is your newest concoction.
Let me talk about
Yeah, talk about it.
This is, it may not look like it, but this is a yellow pear tomato, sweet and spicy tomato jam. And this stuff, you probably can't see it because
It kind of looks like
that one's really, that's a really cheap camera. But let me pull up the 8K camera so you can get a better look at it. There you go. You can see a lot better.
Ah.
the mad scientist.
So it's kind of like a chipotle deal because I cooked the peppers before I cooked the peppers and then I ran them through a
Where'd
blender.
you get those peppers?
And the peppers are from here.
Oh, nice.
Those peppers are from here. Those are our peppers. They're our jalapenos and serranos. Now, if you get our okra, we have some okra here. We have somebody driving by right now. That's what kind of.
It's not Donovan.
If you get some of our pickled okra, it does have serranos in it, and the okra are from Sanchez Family Farms. I want to thank Mr. Sanchez and Sanchez Family Farms.
Let me tell you about his peppers.
Okay.
Oh my gosh. So my mom, she's one of those people when she makes something that's picoso or spicy. Mom, is it spicy? No, it's not spicy at all. And then you taste it, your tongue's on fire, and it falls off a week later. It's hot. So I told Mr. Sanchez, she made some salsa with your peppers, and it was hot. It was good. It was that good heat where you want more. It was great. And he was telling me that when they're picking them, you bite into some of these peppers and they have no heat, and then some of the other ones, they will knock you on your butt. So I don't know, but it was good. The peppers are good. The salsa was great. Loved it.
Tracy Robertson says hello. I've already added to the wheel, Tracy. And this lady named Andrea Griffin said hello.
Oh,
that lady?
She's a hottie.
Hello.
She's a hottie. Oh, so sweet.
She also said, Shane, buy me some okra, LOL.
Ooh.
Do you think she's actually, people type LOL, they're actually laughing out loud?
I can see her like she's giggling on her phone.
She is definitely not.
Yeah.
She's
So
a
that
hottie.
okra, typically the okra, to make sure that it's pickled, how long do they need to wait?
Usually about 10 days. is what I
About
was
10
saying.
days, and it's only about 3 days old.
But
so.
she can take it and then eat it at a later date.
I'll get the grand beans around and have George about this big.
I love
We got to find a way to get that mic closer to your mouth. sure. Is it on?
Is it on? No.
No, that makes
That's
sense.
the problem. Did it die or did it?
I think I figured it out.
It may have just turned off.
Hello. Much better. That's so much better. Guys, if you happen to have any audio issues, just let us know in the comments. Also, one thing that we need in the comments from you guys, one of our prizes, I don't know which one it's going to be. If you tell us one of your real paranormal experiences in the comments, best paranormal experience in the comments is going to get one of these prizes. So you've already said what one of our prizes is. What other prizes
We
we got?
got a hat from the Poteet Strawberry Festival Association. This one's the one with the leather patch and 2 strawberries. And then, of course, we have a DigiPrint camo SoTex Outdoors hat. We are out of farm hats. We need to order some more.
Yeah, we do need to order more.
And then
grand
our grand
prize.
prize, a gift certificate for $20 to the Backyard Kitchen. And now keep in mind, they're not going to be open until Sunday.
You get used to it.
If you win, you got to wait till Sunday to use it.
Yeah, that one's broken.
What's broken?
It's turned off again. I think that one must have ran out of juice.
Or the ghost turned it off.
Or the
There's
ghost
one
turned
here
it off.
Shane has
There's
it.
2 more here somewhere. Aha! There you go. Let's try that one.
See,
Oh,
I'm
this one's
telling
on
you,
now.
all in-
Here. Go ahead. Folks, we're sorry about the delay.
Can you hear me? Let me know if you can't
It'll
hear me,
connect.
'cause I
There it
know-
goes. And oh, let me turn this one off. There you go. It should connect now. There you go.
Hello.
Beautiful. I can hear you loud and clear.
Can you hear me?
Yes. Yes, yes.
What else are we going to talk about?
All right. That is all that we were going to talk about.
Wait, we
Oh,
have
wait.
one more thing.
Yeah.
Wait. There's more.
The Poteet Strawberry Festival and the San Antonio Food Bank are having a mega fit food distribution this weekend, Saturday. You can sign up online if you're interested in getting food. If you want to come out and volunteer, you can get there at 7. That's when everything starts. It usually goes until about noon. Sometimes it finishes earlier. It just depends on how many cars come through. But if you're interested in helping the community, you can come out and help us pass out food, pack food. It's a fun time, and a lot of different organizations are out there, and it's a great way to hang out with friends, meet people, and help the community all at once.
Yeah, it's not an official Rotary event, but there's a lot of Rotarians that show up to it. And guys, it's a chance to give back to your community.
And it's not just the Rotary. There's Lions that show up, Interact shows up, Festival Association is there, the Grange is there, some of the churches come out. So there's a lot of people that are there. And like I said, it's a great way to hang out with people you wouldn't normally see, or hang out with your friends. And of course, more importantly, you're helping.
But I will tell you, if you ever want to join the Rotary, volunteer stuff like that counts towards your attendance. So let's say you can't make Wednesday meetings, just start volunteering. Just start volunteering and make sure we know you're there.
Come out and hang out.
I was there. Yeah, I was there.
No, you have to actually be there.
Yeah.
And we
We do have a sign-in sheet, so. Okay, we're coming up on 20 minutes, and you know what that means? That means we gotta do the Backyard Kitchen joke of the week.
Oh, man. I really didn't think we were going to have a joke this week. But
Well, here it goes. Guys, get ready. Backyard Kitchen joke of the week coming at you right now. Thanks to the Backyard Kitchen.
It's time for the joke of the week, brought to you by the Backyard Kitchen.
I used to play piano by ear. Now I just use my hands.
This has been the joke of the week, brought to you by the Backyard Kitchen.
Now I just use my hands. No?
That was literally in my mind when you said that.
Oh,
man.
Speaking of upcoming events, before we go to our actual first break, because we're on usually about 25 minutes when we go to our first break, I want to talk about what upcoming events the city just released that they're going to be doing their National Night Out. When is that?
October, dang it, I think it's October 7th, but let me just check real quick because I did not memorize the date, but I can get it.
Dang it, that's on you.
I'm sorry. Yes, October 7th at 5:30 at Poteet Canyon Park. There will be a, National Night Out, Canyon Park. Welcome, come join your neighbors, local law enforcement, community leaders for an evening of fun, food, and fellowship. There will be free food, refreshments, games, and activities for all ages. That means we can play these games.
Excellent.
Safety tips from our local first responders, music, and community fun.
Awesome. And August 30th, we're going to go ahead and pull this up,
Yeah.
put us off to the side here. August 30th, we got Cornhole for a Cure.
Watch out.
Watch it. It's to benefit the Rotary Polio Plus. We've talked about Polio Plus ad nauseum on here, but we should talk about it because everybody needs to know what it is. Cornhole for a Cure, or as I like to call it, Cornholio for polio.
It's
Oh
the best
my
name
God.
for it.
Oh,
We
man.
just lost all of our viewers.
Joe didn't do it that day.
That's so
But
funny.
guys, come out and play cornhole on 30 August at 6 p.m. at the Poteet Rotary Building. Please send the Rotary page a PM and sign your team up, and we can just take your payment there. We'll be happy to see y'all. The more the merrier. It'll be a round robin tournament, which means every team has to play every team.
And you don't have to be great because you're doing it for a cause.
More for the fun, right?
I'm hoping I can get somebody from the Poteet Strawberry Festival Association to be on a team with me. I'm not good at cornhole at all. We're gonna lose. But, let's build some camaraderie.
Love it.
This go around, we'll do it. Maybe the next time we can partner with the Lions or maybe the Grange or one of the other organizations that puts on a festival. Would be awesome.
Awesome. Yeah, it's a 50-50 tournament, guys. So that means 50% of your money goes to the Polio Plus. 50% of your money goes to a prize pool, which will be split 75-25 between the champion and the runner-up.
Right.
And that will be based off of your amount of games that you won in the round robin. Now we are thinking that the top two winners will play again at the end.
Well, what does the losing get? What does the losing team get?
The losing team gets to
A big check like Happy Gilmore?
Yeah.
I don't know.
the losing team gets to drink beer and have a good time. So it is BYOB. You can bring your own beer out there. Chef Ken will be there. Chef Ken from Smoking Ken's Barbecue. He'll be there. He'll have plates. I think he said he was going to do smoked burgers and hot dogs. Colleen's going to be there,
Yes.
and she's inviting all Rotarians and anyone else that wants to donate any desserts.
That lady's
Bake
desserts
sale.
are incredible.
Oh, yeah.
So they are going to have a bake sale there, and like Joanna said earlier, DJ Bobby D is going to be there with his human AI music. It was good.
It was good. I enjoyed it. I got to hear some of it before he actually released it, and it's good. It's really good.
So come out and see us on 30 August
6 p.m.
and at 6 p.m. It'll be a real good time.
How much is it a team?
It's $100 per team, and we are going to a commercial break.
See you in a little bit.
Sweet.
Got any more questions of it?
Nope.
No? Yes, no, maybe? All right. We'll see you guys in a minute and 48 seconds after this short commercial break from our sponsor, the Backyard Kitchen.
5 years ago, a spark ignited.
Hey guys, Pat West with SoTex here to talk to you about the Backyard Kitchen, located at 973 Avenue H in Poteet. They're always bringing the great deals on good meals. Let's talk about what we got this week. We got the Backyard Kitchen family meal deals. Singles for only $24.99, doubles for $32.99. You get 4 cheeseburgers, 4 drinks, and a large loaded fry. Then you got the Texas Frito Backyard for $9.99. You get that delicious burger, fries, and a drink. Lastly, you get the BYK Burger Bowl for $8.99, and you get that delicious bowl with a drink. Look at that. And as always, they do deliver. Call them 830-399-9639, and it'll be right on the way. Backyard Kitchen. Go see it.
Serving up joy, love wrapped in taste. Cheers to the years and more to come in this little haven. We all feel that.
Do you enjoy fellowship, service, leadership development, networking, and having fun with the purpose? Then the Poteet Rotary Club invites you to join us Wednesdays at the Poteet Rotary Building on the Strawberry Festival grounds at high noon. See you there, partner.
Join the wave of success. Let your brand be heard. In this vibrant show, spread the word, spread the word. Tune in, don't miss, now's your chance. Together we'll rise, let's take a stand. SoTex time, where your dreams collide. Come and advertise, let's take this ride. With every show, we bring the spark. Join us now, light up the dark.
You've been trying, but you're nothing like me. You can fake it, but you're not fooling me. If you jump in the fire, I'll be watching you burn. I'll be waiting till you get what you deserve. You've been lying across the.
All right. Wow, really just dropped off. Welcome back. Welcome back to SoTex.
Everyone.
Donovan over here, 3 minutes.
3 minutes, he said. He promised.
3 minutes. So it's 7:27. If he doesn't get here by 7:27, we're docking his pay again.
Right. He's been released by the aliens.
So
Probe is in set.
let's get into this.
All right.
Let's get into it.
So
Yes.
the other night, something happened in the bedroom that was kind of crazy.
Crazy stuff happens in the bedroom, guys.
Hello.
Not like that. Not like that. Oh, good Lord. I woke up in the middle of the night, about 4:30. So I get up and I'm like, well, can't go back to sleep. I'm lay here for a little bit. And I started watching a video on, like a reel on Facebook. And I lowered the volume all the way down. I didn't want to wake up Pat. He was already starting to disturb. And I was like, you know what? I'm just going to read this article and go to bed. So I started reading this article. And, you know, it was not a cool article. I'm not going to talk about what I was reading because it's sad. It was a sad thing. Next thing you know, Pat goes from like, you know, kind of just moving ever so slowly to shoots up, leans over me, and he goes, what are you watching? I'm like, I'm not watching anything. He was hearing something. You want to tell him what you were hearing?
Yeah. So
Oh,
here's the deal. I'm laying on my side, right? And she got up, which woke me up in the first place. And then she's laying on her side. She's going through TikTok videos. And then I'm like, she must have gone to sleep because I hear the same TikTok video going over and over and
I
over.
was reading it this
I was awake. I made sure I was awake because I'm like, I want to make sure I'm not dreaming this. So I woke up. I made sure I was awake, and I can hear TikTok videos. If you're not watching it, sometimes it can sound kind of mumbly. So I can just hear, and I can just hear it repeating on like a 30-second repeat. So I'm like, okay, she's watching. She fell asleep watching some dumb TikTok video, but subliminally, but crystal clear over the top of that TikTok video, all I can hear is, no one can love you better than me. No one can love you better than me.
Tell him what you thought.
And it didn't sound sexy. It didn't sound anything like that.
Sounded malevolent.
Aw,
It
look,
sounded-
Who locked Donovan out?
Donovan. But so it didn't sound, it didn't sound sexual. It didn't sound anything like that.
It happened.
Donovan is here.
But I want y'all to know, he can say that it didn't sound sexual, he straight up told me, thought she was cheating on me.
So I thought some.
So
I wanted to make sure I woke up.
Oh.
No,
I rolled over and I was like, "What are you watching?" And she was like, "Oh, I'm just reading this article."
I did not do that.
The phone flip.
There's no.
And the next thing I know, oh yeah, I wasn't watching anything.
Here we go. Finish your story. Come on. 'Cause
Anyway,
there's more to it.
that's what I heard. So the next night, we hear.
Well, I'll tell you what
So
happened.
the next night she woke up. I didn't wake up.
The
You
next
tell me.
night, I woke up, and again, it's around 4:30. Why the heck am I doing this? So I lay there. I'm like, no, I need to go back to sleep. We had something going on that day. I needed to be up early. I'm gonna go back to sleep. So Pat has his back towards me, and I decide, you know what? I'm gonna be the backpack. So I roll over and I grab Pat, and I'm holding him. And all of a sudden, like, my eyes aren't closed yet. I see this blue light flashing behind me. And I'm like, what the heck is this blue light? So I roll over. Our printer is in the process of turning on. Nobody was awake. My cat was laying in his tower. I'm like, what the heck is going on? So I'm watching this. I'm listening just to make sure that, yes, I'm hearing the noises of the printer turning on. And I hear a man's voice say, hey, come here. And I was like, no, I'm not going over there. And I rolled back over and I held Pat and I went to sleep. Well, ever since that night, my cat has been beating up our printer around 4:30, like growling and hitting it. And I mean, you can ask Pat, it is so loud. It has been waking us up. Cat in the bathroom. And then he's pawing at the door, trying to
Like there's something in there with you.
pull the door open, and it's so loud. I was telling Donovan the other day, like, my mom's room is on the other side of the house, and she can hear when he's pulling on the door from the other side of the house. So it's been kind of creepy. It's
Well,
been going on.
They've always said that cats are into
You ready, Donovan?
I'm ready, man.
The man, the myth.
Joe's good. Next
Donovan.
Yes. There's a bunch of stars aligning, and obviously they didn't align for me as I was leaving the driveway, and I actually had to do some car work. Then I had to go home and change my clothes because everything I had was dirty. I had a really cool chalupa cabra.
I love it. Olivia's gonna love your shirt.
Yeah, I just read a super, which is chalupa cabra.
I love it.
But yeah, no, your mom's room it's way off to the side, and I'm actually surprised.
Hold on. Now that you're here, let me talk about this nightmare I had the other day. Y'all all know Donovan loves to pick on me. Him and my mom came up with this idea for a wine. Donovan's calling it first date.
Mhm.
And it's been a joke ever since then.
But why? We came up with a name because
They're going to use dates to sweeten it.
yes,
Yeah.
because they won't. It's almost going to be a sugar-free wine.
Yeah.
So I was like, what would be a cool name? So we're both in the HEB aisle in front of the dates on a
Not on a date.
not
no.
on a date, but a grocery date, if you will. We're sharing coupons and
Holding hands, pushing the basket.
yeah.
Cookies and
They're like, hey, you want me to put my battery pack on your scooter there?
Oh.
Anyway, yeah, so we came up with a name. It's going to be called First Date.
So he likes to pick on me that he's going to be my stepdad at some point in time. Anyway, so the other day,
You didn't raise.
I had this nightmare, and I dreamed that I came home from something, and Donovan's at the kitchen table eating a big bowl of caldo. And he's on and on that it's the best bowl of caldo he's ever made. And my mom made caldo. I'm like, okay, this is why I'm dreaming about caldo. But Donovan loved my mom's caldo so much because she gave him tortillas and she made it. And I was like, what the heck am I dreaming about? I get up and I had to tell you.
So it's
my nightmare.
that's not actually a dream. That caldo was hot, but not as hot as the tortillas, because the tortillas would actually just come off the. They had come off the comal. But yeah, I still got some coleslaw.
Oh my God. I'm done.
Caldo the rest.
Check it out.
Are we drinking ginger
I
ales?
got you a ginger ale.
Zero sugar.
So,
Y'all got any?
welcome, Shane.
Yeah.
Shane, welcome, man.
Hi, sir. How are you?
Where are you from?
I am
Never met this guy before.
from the area.
The area of-
We'll call it Rossville proper.
Okay. Yeah.
So people from Poteet are Potetians. Right?
Yes.
Are people from Rossville called Rossvillans?
I love it. They're
Ross
Ross-
Dillions?
No, Ross Villains.
Ross.
I think Ross Villain.
I love it. Ross Villains.
Oh, nice. I can go black strawberries. That's what I'll do.
That's a really good name for a strawberry farm.
Dude. Welcome to Ross Villains. Pick your own.
Yeah.
Or else. With a top hat.
Mind the traps.
It's funny you mentioned Top Hat.
We'll bring that up in a
Up
second.
later.
But
I want to know what
Shane
y'all think.
has something to tell us, or several somethings. I don't know. Tell us the best story you got from working at Toyota.
I think I'm relatively sure that ranch they built that place on is so old that it has some spirits. And I was there when it opened, and I was there close to 17 years. And regularly, strange stuff would happen to us, either really early in the morning when you're there by yourself, opening up robot zones, or real late at night. And a couple times, one time in particular, I was working on a robot, and you know how you get that feeling like someone's standing over your shoulder?
Yes.
And it got real cold up in that robot zone, and it's never cold. It's always super hot. I was sitting there in my blue paint suit. I could feel like the cool air around my feet. I was like, that's strange. And so I had to get myself situated to stand up and see who was in the room with me. When I stood up and looked, there was nobody there. And then, like 5 minutes later, one of the maintenance guys comes up the stairs, like, "Hey, who's up here?" I was like, "What are you talking about? Nobody. It's just been me since I got here." He's like, "I swear I just saw somebody walk across the catwalk up there." And I was like, "What?" He's like, "Man." And the maintenance guy starts telling me, "We run into all kinds of weird stuff at this place. They've had paranormal run-ins, I guess you could say." And it would make sense. I think that place being as old as well, all the way back to the Spanish land grant,
Right.
Texas, and well past that, with San Antonio being, fairly ancient, and with all of the missions, and it's been a settlement forever. And so it would stand to reason that would be something out there. Plus, Applewhite Road from us Gen Xers has been up and down.
Sure.
Applewhite, the Donkey Lady Bridge, and all that other stuff is out there.
Yes. That's one of my topics today, by the way.
Donkey Lady.
Yes.
So
No, I've always felt that you could build stuff sky high. You could make it brand spanking new. You could facilitate it with all the bells and whistles and the polished floors and the granite counters. But if you plant that, or if you build it on top of something that's already bad to begin with, it's just gonna see through, man. You know?
There's miles of concrete on that place, whatever it is. I mean, some guys have said they've got kind of like an American Indian vibe from who's around them to the cold. A couple people have said that they felt like the actual chill in the air when it was around. So, and nobody ever showed up to like run them off. I guess we didn't have it exercised.
Yeah, I should have.
Or some Shinto,
No way.
I
think it's cool. Let it stay.
Well, I was gonna say that previous that
Let it stay.
the thing about those cool air blasts, right? You can actually see them on thermal readings, and they'll actually dissipate, and they're like letter O's. And then, we call them, when I was growing up, the air was cool, so they were cool air O's. And they were just, oh, what's that, man? Oh, it was cool air O's, man.
you feel like afterwards.
Yeah. But, no, and I tell people all the time, man, I am not afraid of
Anything?
anything.
How about no ghosts?
Well, I ain't afraid of no ghosts.
Your next reference number
But
2.
yeah, no. So I did some research, right?
Yeah. Research is a lot of things. But yes.
My Corona. Why you gotta drown those kids in the dirty water? Why you gotta drown those kids? Okay, so the thing is so it's on. I look it up now using my phone to go live. It has everything to do with lady who gets jilted by her lover, husband, boyfriend, whatever. That they don't know which of the three.
It was the man in her life.
And the man in her life and the father of those kids. She gets so upset and she goes and she says, "Come on, kids, we're going to the river." The kids are like, "In the middle of the night?" He goes, "In the middle of the night." So in an attempt to win her love back and say, "Hey man, I'm a single woman now, I ain't got no kids around." And then she changes her mind, she starts running downriver, and she starts thinking to herself, how can I get in there to save them? Because they're drowning. And then she sees one last kid and another one and another one. The next thing you know, she's screaming and crying up and down this riverbank. And she ultimately dies of a heart attack, not of a drowning. And she spends all eternity looking for these kids. And she's crying and wailing like a banshee. And it doesn't stop. It continues. And she does this. La Llorona. That's La Llorona. The same thing with the donkey lady. Okay, this lady has a grotesque feature of a face. She just goes around haunting people and causing havoc. Nothing really specific about her other than the fact that she looks like a donkey.
Okay.
So now you're looking at another creature which has some validity to it called La Lechuza,
Yeah.
which is it originates as an owl. And there are some owls. I don't know if you ever looked at owls in general, but for one, they can practically turn 180 degrees, starting here, go all the way around and come back to this portion, and then do the same thing back again. Right? They've got that capability. So that's going to freak somebody out. That and the fact that they shriek, they don't whistle, they shriek. So when you, they will do it back, thinking it's a mate or another owl. A challenger, right. So now you got these two things going against you. Add to the fact that nobody's ever really been able to capture one. Also, under some, okay, yes, okay, hang on. Under some lighting spectrums, a light will come in from one side, or maybe it's the moon, maybe, and it actually looks like face of a haggard witch. Yes, I will tell you. Why it survived, why all these things have survived from the 1900s to 2025 last week. I can't tell you until the end of the show.
Oh.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Stick with us.
Stick with us. We'll find out.
Yeah.
Cliffhangers. I love it.
Also, are we almost close to break?
Oh no.
Oh, I was gonna go get some cow dough now that I got my Fresca.
Okay, go get. I don't think she will.
Delivered.
Don't do it. Don't do it.
I know since I grew up around here, the dirt roads and we would sit out there and drink a frosty beverage.
Yes.
Icy.
Big Reds, icy,
Burners.
like that. Burners. You could almost count the times, like we'd be sitting on the tailgate, hanging out there, and some people would just kind of swoop by, and it would just absolutely kill the mood.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah. No, you freak out.
Does that really bother you? Like, does it bother you or no?
Dangers of death.
Does it bother
you? I'm fascinated by the owls that live around my house.
Yeah.
We have a group, whatever you want to call them, that has been around that area for decades. But there's also the ones that seem to show up in strange times.
Yeah, man. Some of those got some bad timing.
Weirdest crap I've ever seen, and I wish I had a picture of it. On a property that we used to hunt, there was an owl that was trying to fly through a barbed wire fence and got both of its wings and its head caught on the barbed wire fence and got stuck like this and died and got completely dried out just like that. I was like, wow, you can actually take that and put it up on your wall.
Walk
Like,
away.
it was perfect.
Start looking for those people that live in the woods, the ones from the Ozarks.
Oh yeah.
But you're talking about ranches and hunting, and on the ranch, on the home place.
Maybe we'll do that in the second half. Donovan, do you have any spooky stories from your place?
Yeah. So the original house, so we got a property off of Ditto, which is East Ditto, but I used to live off of West Ditto. And that's where our first farm was when we first originated, right? So I was about 10 or 11 years old. And we lived in an older model house that was probably built in the, I want to say in the 60s, 50s or 60s. And we'd renovated it, or my parents did anyway. So this is 1978. I was in third, fourth grade, 77, 78. So right off the bat, the house is on pier and beam, so it's like 3 feet off the ground. Like right off the bat, it's like 3 feet off the ground. And then you have to go up another 3 feet to match the windowsill. But that's usually that height of the window, right? Then my bed was at level with the edge of the windowsill. We come from the summertime, and I had the window screens open. It was maybe like close to April, May, so it was like nice and cool. I'm laying down, and I just wake up. Nothing, no reason, nothing, no noises, nothing. Just and I'm waking, and I look out the window. I'm laying down sideways. I look out the window, and somebody passes by the window. It's just me and my mom and my dad there at the house. I had my own room, way at the other end of the house. So I couldn't get up and ask. I couldn't go actually do anything. And somebody passes by, walking. And it wasn't until I started telling people, and they were like, "What did you see?"
Did you see the
I
face?
said,
Yeah.
"I saw." You would think I would have seen the face, but I actually saw the waist, and then I saw the hands passing by. Saw the torso and the head. Everything was passing by the window because the window was tall. It's like a 5-foot window. Saw tracks outside the next day. Okay. Back then, we had a lot of guys from Mexico that were coming in, seasonal workers. And this is Jimmy Carter era, right? So it's all good. And these guys are saying that they were knocking at the door. And they lived about, I want to say, in general, just for generality, they're about 3 city blocks away from where our house was at. So we started doing the math. The house is 3 feet above the ground. There's 3 feet to the window. And I'm barely seeing the waist. How tall was this person actually? So halfway to Shane has got to be about 3.5 feet. So if I'm seeing the hand at 6 feet, how big was this person? Strange thing, one shoe was maybe about a size 5, and the other one was a gigantic boot. And it went from our house, 3 blocks up a sandy trail between these pecan groves that we had. On that house where these guys lived, they traveled from Mexico to get to Poteet, in the woods, in the rattlesnakes, with all kinds of bears, I'm sure, in the Mexico area, facing all this stuff, right? Not one of those 8 guys walked outside to see why somebody was knocking at 2 or 3 in the morning on the windows, and then they said they heard a knock at the front, the side, the back, the rear, the front, the side, the back, the rear, the front, the back, the side. So nobody went out. So the next morning, when my dad gets up, gets up 5, goes over and tells these guys, "What the flying is wrong with y'all? Why aren't y'all out here moving irrigation pipes?" They stayed inside the house and had made my dad go inside, and they told the story. So my dad comes back and he says, "Hey man, this guy's telling some crazy stories. This, and this. How to get after you?" They said they're going to leave this weekend. And I told them. Then we saw a full-blown investigation. 2 of our pigs got slaughtered.
Oh,
With that, yeah.
a hammer.
Watch out.
Yeah. I made it the hammer. I don't know how
They were dead.
Wow. But yeah, man, that's probably the only thing I've actually seen. I have, for whatever reasons or another, I have seen a lot of people die. I've seen a lot of, probably more than average person. And I can tell you that I don't know if people are seeing the afterlife, but when I'm that close in proximity to some of these people, they're looking right at me.
Oh, yeah.
And they're talking
That's
to
100%
other people, or they're
accurate.
grabbing at things,
Mhm.
and they're actually, some are very ecstatic, some are very happy, some are frightened.
Yes.
And I don't want to be,
Frightened when your time comes.
yeah, I don't want to be as scared as some of these people were. I've seen it, just like I said, in my line of work, I've seen a lot of people pass. So, yeah, afterlife, that'll be another story for
I
another.
will tell
another day.
y'all that you say that when my papa was getting close to that time, he was laying in the hospital bed, sound asleep, and all of a sudden his little hand would go up and he would jerk it back down. And I kept watching this, like, okay, what's he doing? And it wasn't until he said in this process, "No, Eva, I'm not ready." That was my grandmother. She died in 1991. And he jerked his hand back, "No, Eva, I'm not ready." And I said, okay, I guess she's coming for him. And I mean, he died not long after that, but I believe they know. They see something,
Sure.
people come for them, spirits come for them, whatever it is, they do see something.
Speaking of dreams, have you all ever dreamed of anything like angelic or heavenly or maybe godly?
Y'all will think,
Good question.
you will think I'm that poop crazy.
I don't think she's crazy.
I will start with this.
Go ahead.
On 2 different occasions, one about maybe 5 years ago, and another one about maybe 10 years ago, I had a dream that I had seen the face of God. And it was extremely bright and brilliant to the point where it actually shut my eyes in the dream, and I can actually feel water coming. What do they call those things?
Ears?
Tears. They're called tears.
Yeah, they're not very
Men
frequent.
don't cry, right?
Right. And
It's
I was
okay to
happy
cry.
to be there, and I was happy to see the face of God. No message, nothing prolific about it, nothing.
Make
I
wide.
didn't win the lottery because I'm stuck doing this community service with you guys. But yeah, tell me your story, because you have this strange look about yourself.
Yeah.
I don't always dream when I dream, and it sounds crazy, but there are times that I will go places to things that there's no way I could know this, and I will tell you what I will see, and I can come back, and it's where I've been. I wake up sore. And those nights, what wakes me up is that when I guess, start coming back, it all of a sudden feels like I slam onto the bed, and that like pain,
Jump.
Yeah.
it wakes me up, and I'm like, and I do this to come. And it's been something that has happened since I was a child. And my grandmother, I guess, when I was very little, I used to sleep with my grandmother, and I guess she would feel that ruckus, that rumble, whatever it was, and she would tell me, "You need to stop. Something's going to enter your body that's not you. You're leaving your body open for other souls." And it's nothing that I have
That'll stick with you.
done, but yeah. So yeah, but
What's up in the bedroom? You say?
since I was little, that's something that has happened, and I don't know what the heck it is, but yeah.
Oh, you know what else happened there at that same farm? We didn't run over. We drove over my mother in a '68 Impala, we drove over what was one of the biggest snakes that I've ever seen in my entire life. We had a berm that we used to run pipe through so we can irrigate from one side to another. That berm was big enough for 2 vehicles to pass by side.
That's a big worm.
This snake was maybe about this big, and I don't think it could have been a Texas snake. It had to be. Do you think an anaconda or something could have, or boa could have survived?
I mean,
Maybe a blue indigo, they get huge.
People-
Maybe. This
people
thing
let their
was
snakes go all the time. And then,
huge.
man, they're everywhere.
Myth about the chupacabra. If you have a 22 rifle or a rifle in general, and you've made the sign of the cross on the tip of the barrel, you could point generally anywhere without even looking and shoot and kill this bird. Without even trying.
I'm not scratching any of my guns.
Yeah. Well, you don't have to scratch. You just have to make the sign of the cross on it.
Oh.
And then boom. Oh yeah.
That's interesting.
I can't. Are any of my friends?
Yeah.
Who is it, Kelly?
Does anybody ever get
Kelly Brooks said,
Hello, Kelly.
when you go to the Alamo? You ever go to the Alamo and get
Yes.
a feeling like
I don't.
I've been there a few times where it just kind of like sometimes I can go and it
Nothing.
Other times I can go and I gotta get out of this room. Like nauseous, head feeling
It might be because you're
a little.
no, because you're white.
like, you know what's coming.
Yes.
Oh, man.
Mexicans go in there. Hey, this is a nice place. I think I'm gonna stay here. Mr. Crockett, is that your chair? Because I really like it.
Coming with me.
My dad. He told me this joke one time, man.
Was it actually funny?
Yeah, he
Oh,
says.
okay.
He says to me, he's telling me it, and I'm a second, third grader. We're walking in front of the Alamo, and he says, "This is where the Mexican army took over this portion of the wall, knocked it down with cannons, started advancing. Crockett's men, Sam Houston's men, all these guys were firing outward. These guys were firing inward. This is where the largest part of the battle took place. So many men died in this area. And this over here is where Jim Bowie laid. With all these fantastic facts, right? He turns to me with a straight face and says, 2,000 Mexicans overran the Alamo on a certain day. He goes, strength in numbers. That's fantastic. He goes, you have any idea how they got here? And I'm racking my brain because I'm just a kid. I'm thinking, I knew the answer. Horses, trains, and covered wagons. There's no. They brought 2 station wagons.
I already knew they were out.
And my mom says, don't tell him that. He's going to go back and tell his teacher.
That's kind of funny.
On historical facts with Doc.
Yeah, man. No, the only kind of eerie, kooky feeling I get is when I do go to the Alamo, I want to pee on the wall and bark at the moon, if you know what I'm talking about.
Okay.
Rest in peace, Ozzy.
Ozzy Osbourne, rest in peace. Bark at the moon.
You got anything
Well,
to say? What's
yeah.
up?
Let me just
I don't
say,
need people
we have
to
a
think
whole
I'm
list.
crazy. Oh,
We
we
have a
have a
whole list.
And y'all stuff has been just recently.
Oh, no,
Just
there's
recently.
been all kinds of things since the first time I came to the property. I have seen things.
Yeah.
And-
So we want to talk about when we come back from the break, because we're coming up on an hour right now. When we come back from the break, we want to talk a little bit about some of the stuff that's happened on the farm, some of the stuff that's happened on the ranch. But before we go to break, I want to talk about our first trip to DeRidder, Louisiana.
Oh,
Mm.
yes.
Our first trip to DeRidder, Louisiana, we were driving Alejandro out there with all of his stuff in the U-Haul
First moved over.
when he first moved there. We drove him out there to DeRidder, and we got him all offloaded, got him everything off into a storage so he could take care of it and get it all taken care
You
of.
know, being an adult.
Yeah.
Kids grow up.
He wasn't in his house yet, so we offloaded all into a storage so he could take care of it. We decided to leave right after we got there, and we left DeRidder at what time?
Probably like 10,
It was
11.
like 10 o'clock.
It was
11
already
o'clock.
dark and late and whatnot.
We were using GPS, and now that we went to Druid in the daylight, we know that there's one road you should take and one road you shouldn't take. Louisiana, I don't know if you heard about Louisiana, but Louisiana's roads, some of them are like 90-degree turns every half mile. Like crazy. We went on that road on the way. We didn't know, and Alejandro didn't know. So, but we went on the road because that's the way the GPS took us, because it's a shorter route. So we get about 2 miles south of Deruta, Louisiana, and it's like 10:30 at night, pitch black, 200-foot tall pine trees all around us, just a wall of pine trees on both sides. We're just driving along, and we got right past one of these really sharp turns. We didn't see any cars anywhere. I mean, we're in the middle of rural Louisiana,
I can
dark
feel
at night.
I can feel it.
So we're driving on this dark road, and this U-Haul truck we're in doesn't have very bright lights. We're driving along, and I kind of see out of the corner of my eye, all the pine trees are like this. I see out of the corner of my eye, one of the pine trees is like this.
Kind of weird.
It's like, that's kind of weird. And as we're driving up on it, I see that pine tree go like that. And go into the woods.
Nice.
So I thought I saw something. I had been crying. My eyes are bleeding. You know, oh, my baby's leaving, whatever. I'm thinking, my eyes are just blurry. They're playing tricks on me. And then Pat goes, please tell me you saw that.
Wow.
We both saw it.
As we were passing, I was like, what the hell? And I looked, and there's a bat that is
It was a big
4
bat.
feet wide, and it's solid hair.
The Rougarou.
We freaking saw the skunk ape. We saw Bigfoot. We saw Bigfoot.
We saw something. It was huge.
It was Bigfoot.
It was
I have no doubt
I'm
about it.
talking like 8 feet up the tree. It was
Its
and you couldn't
legs.
miss it.
Its legs were as big around as a 200-foot tall pine tree. And it was stepped like that, and I guess it heard us coming. And right as we were coming up on it, it stepped into the brush. And it was as big as a pine tree. And I saw that thing swing, and as I turned, I'm telling you, that bat was 4 or 5 feet wide. This thing was 8 feet tall.
That's awesome.
Okay, so how many seconds before we go to break?
30?
Now, negative 2 minutes.
Yeah, I'm just curious.
Would you got something to say?
Really quick. What would you do? Here's for everybody. I want y'all to tell me in less than in a sentence what you would do if you actually saw a Sasquatch, a Yeti, what'd you call it earlier? Yes.
A skunk ape.
What would you do if you saw one? Like today, here tonight.
If we saw one here, I don't know, man. It's not on the Parks and Wildlife protected list. I'll probably go ahead and launch.
Okay.
That's exotic.
Yes. You are
Not a native species.
Yeah. Shane, what would you do?
Probably take a picture as best I could and hope it was mating season.
Okay.
It would either be a picture or I'd try to pet it.
She would definitely try to pet it, and she would end up getting thrown 40 feet in the air.
It could be nice. What would you do?
I'd shoot him.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah. I
You know how famous you'd be if you actually bagged a skunk ape?
Yeah.
And you had first physical evidence that it's a real animal?
Yeah. I feel really stupid though if the next day or during daylight or even if I had a flashlight after I shot him, he was dying. He goes, "The gold was always yours."
What no?
Oh,
And then he say something like, "On Thursday night at midnight, just go to the." Like,
Why?
I'd be giving him Yeti CPR.
There you go.
All right, we're already overdue. Our sponsors are really upset.
But guys, while we're at break, think of your spooky, scary paranormal stories. Put them in the comments. Like I said, best comment, best story is going to get that backyard kitchen. If nobody comments, we're just going to use it. So
Yep.
leave us some comments of some cool, creepy stuff, and we'll decide on which one of them is the best. When we come back, we're going to talk a little bit about stuff that's happened here on the farm. We're going to talk about stuff that's happened on the ranch in a minute and 48 seconds. We'll see y'all shortly.
5 years ago, a spark ignited.
Hey guys, Pat West with SoTex here to talk to you about the Backyard Kitchen. Located at 973 Avenue H in Poteet. They're always bringing the great deals on good meals. Let's talk about what we got this week. Got the Backyard Kitchen family meal deal. Singles for only $24.99, doubles for $32.99. You get 4 cheeseburgers, 4 drinks, and a large loaded fry. Then you got the Texas Frito Backyard. For $9.99, you get that delicious burger, fries, and a drink. Lastly, you get the BYK Burger Bowl for $8.99, and you get that delicious bowl with the drink. Look at that. And as always, they do deliver. Call them 830-399-9639, and it'll be right on the way. Backyard Kitchen. Go see it.
Serving up joy, love wrapped in taste. Cheers to the years and more to come. In this little haven, we all feel that.
Do you enjoy fellowship, service, leadership development, networking, and having fun with the purpose? Then the Poteet Rotary Club invites you to join us Wednesdays at the Poteet Rotary Building on the Strawberry Festival grounds at high noon. See you there, partner.
Join the wave of success. Let your brand be heard. In this vibrant show, spread the word, spread the word. Tune in, don't miss, now's your chance. Together we'll rise, let's take a stand. SoTex time, where your dreams collide. Come and advertise, let's take this ride. With every show, we bring the spark. Join us now, light up the dark.
In Poteet, where the fields grow wild, a farming town.
Welcome back, everybody.
Welcome back.
Welcome back to
Welcome back,
SoTex
Potter.
time. Don't forget, leave us a comment. Leave us a comment of your best ghost story. Don't be shy. Guys, there's 7 of y'all watching.
You've heard some of the stuff I've said. No, none of us are going to think you're crazy.
Exactly.
Bear Brown says, Chalupa Cabra is a great name for the superhero / villain.
Yes.
A Ross villain.
I would have a handful of really bad spicy salsa. And I'd rob the bank.
Chalupa Cabra is the lead villain of the Ross villains.
And he can throw chalupa shells.
Dude, I'll do AI write this book.
You give me 5
I love it.
chalupas.
Ooh.
But he was he could.
Joanna,
Yes, sir.
there are 2 very specific things that I personally have never seen here, but I did have an experience, a smelling experience of one of them. But
You're saying they smell?
you and the kids have seen them a lot. Tell us about them.
Since we first moved out here, back when all of this was just brush and there was just a path to where the house is now, we used to see a cowboy. I mean, an old-timey cowboy, leather chaps. I mean, I'm thinking, picture like the 1800s cowboy.
Dang.
And an Indian he has to be a chief of some sort because he has this huge, beautiful
Oh wow.
headdress. You can see him. And I thought, all right, I'm crazy. I'm seeing things. The kids have seen it. My mom has seen it. My grandfather, before he passed, had seen it. So every now and then, and I noticed it, we built the house, and it was prior to us moving in, but the house was usable. So we could go in and like use the restroom or shower and stuff, but we couldn't, it wasn't finished, you know? I would go in there and I'd hear like, and I'm thinking there's water leaking somewhere. The house is a metal building. It's something echoing. It sounds like Native American drums. And every now and then, and it's usually before one of these moons that we have, like a harvest moon or a strawberry moon, you will hear the drums and they start off faint and then they get very, very loud. And typically around that time, I will see this Indian in a headdress. And it's really cool. I mean, there's no other way to describe it other than he's beautiful because he's, I mean, full regalia. He's beautiful. The cowboy, on the other hand, he just kind of stands there and he stares and watches. And that's it. Pat's never, in all the years, he's never seen them.
I've seen stuff here, and I'll tell you about that shortly. But I will tell you, maybe May time frame, I was walking around the back side of the house, and I heard that drumming. And and it wasn't our emus. Because I don't know if have you ever heard the emu's drum?
No.
It's our emu's drum, and they make a sound that kind of sounds like, and you can hear it from the back of the property.
They're loud.
You can hear it 2 kilometers.
Wow.
I only know it in kilometers
Yeah,
because
yeah,
Australians are the ones that have emus, and when you read about it, it's in kilometers. You can hear an emu drum from 2 kilometers away, and it sounds like somebody trying to bass out slowly. It's just, and it's a territorial thing. That's not what I heard. I heard just the Indian drums, and it sounded very close. So I walked around the back side of the house, and I could smell bad tobacco super strong, like someone smoking bad tobacco. And Olivia's room is right by the back of the house. So I went up to Olivia's room, and I was like, "Hey, are you smoking in here?" And I like stuck my head in, and I was like, "No, I could smell her air freshener. I could smell no smoke." And she's like, "No, what are you talking about?" And I was like, "Where, do you smell this?" And she pokes her head up. She's like, "Yeah, I smelled it too." And the wind that day was blowing like out of the west, and the west,
So from like the back of the property.
Sure.
to the west of the house, there's nothing over there. There's Red Barn Road, and then it goes into grass farms, all kinds of stuff. There's nothing over there. So it wasn't our neighbors, and I only smelled it directly behind the house, super strong. And if I walked away from there in any direction, I couldn't smell it. Only right behind the house where I heard the drumming.
So I have to add to your story. They say that if you're ever in a random place, your house, inside, outside, and you randomly, for no reason, smell smoke, cigarette, tobacco, pipe, whatever, right? Cigars, that is the spirit of a loved one who is trying to get your attention.
Oh.
And it's usually an inviting thing. However, smelling bad tobacco, I have to be concerned with it.
It smelled like crappy tobacco, like
So
dried out tobacco. Super.
I think we're halfway through our realization of what this could actually be, and only you two can actually send us the rest of the way.
Okay.
The next time that either one of you happen to smell tobacco pointing to you, Pat, and drums, if y'all hear them at the exact same time, one of y'all has to, for my sake, please. I'm not even kidding. I joke around a lot, but I'm not joking now. One of y'all have to scream at the top of your lungs, Jumanji!
You do it.
And then see what happens.
And see what happens.
And then whoever survives, call me so I can come over here and check it out.
Okay.
Well, I mean, not survive, but you know,
But yes,
if somebody's
who's left
getting
behind?
struck by a giant ivy, going, yeah, put me down.
No, there's been a lot of weird things that we've seen or that we've heard, or the kids in the house. When Olivia was a baby, we moved out here when she just turned 1. She was walking, and she would walk, and all of a sudden it would look like somebody moved this, like somebody would push her from behind, and her back would kind of go, and then boom, she'd fall on the floor, like something had pushed her. Yeah. So it's weird.
Yeah, inside of the house, it always told me there's a little girl. A little girl will giggle, and she'll have fun, and she'll move stuff around. I never believed it. But one night, I walked out into walked out to get something out of the kitchen, like a apple or something. And I'm walking back from the kitchen, walking back to the room, and as I'm opening the door, in my peripherals, I can literally see a little girl with a gown on, with her hair down over her face.
There's no other way to
Looking
describe
like
it.
the girl from the ring. I could see her a foot from me, like from where Joanne is. I could see a little 3-4 foot tall girl right here. I never turned my face to look straight at her. I could see her on my peripherals, and I was like, "Oh shit!" I mean, sorry for the
Yeah.
We're the second hour.
This is hour number 2.
But yeah, I just walked in the room, and she was like, "Are you okay?" And I was like, "Yeah, I just saw that little girl. She was right next to me." And she's like, "Are you serious?" It's like, "Yeah, she was right next to me, standing at the door." Before we ever had cats in the house, that door would just randomly squeak open and then close. And it would be like in the cold time of the year, no air conditioning on, no nothing, no reason for that door to move. That cat would just open up and close. And I'm telling you, I saw her right next to the door. I'm getting chills talking about it right now.
I guarantee you this area is definitely.
That mic is dead.
Oh, biscuits. Shane's mic died. Here, you
But
can
yeah,
borrow
you
mine.
can share.
Yeah. I think we overlook the history of this area a lot.
Eleanor?
Sure.
absolutely.
And Battle of Medina.
Battle of Medina,
Speaking of
Sweet
that,
Area.
there's a symposium on that Saturday at the Gillespie Annex right here up the road in Limmy. There's going to be a symposium, and that's, I mean, there's a
And
lot of history in this.
At the
area.
Whitty,
Yeah.
there's a really cool Battle of
I
Medina
want to go see it.
set up too. It's not huge, but it's really cool.
Yeah.
It's really, really neat. Worth seeing.
I'm very interested in the Battle of Canyon Park.
Yeah.
2 games.
That was
They fought each other.
1989.
Back in the 90s.
Edgars versus Oscars.
Love it.
What's up? What's up? Hey, what's up? No camera, cuz. See camera.
That's not even it from this one. But Shane, did you? I saw you were trying to talk when we were talking about tobacco. Did you have something to add on that?
No, but I think the most ghosty thing that I can remember is we used to go. My mother worked for HEB forever.
The Arsenal?
No,
Oh.
this was the Kerrville HEB Resort,
Yes.
and up there at the Kerrville HEB Resort, you could go, and they had the old family house that was there, and for years it was just boarded up. You couldn't, we didn't go around there, and even as a kid, I remember it giving me kind of a creepy vibe. So I was in college many years later, and my mom said, "Hey, we're going to go stay at the Kerrville Lodge. You should come up and we'll go up there and have have fun, like good old days." I said, "Where are we staying?" She said, "Oh, the H.E. Butt Lodge is open now." And I remember thinking to myself, "Crap." I remember I could see it in my mind's eye, like as a little kid walking up on the scene, like, ooh, it's all overgrown and creepy. Well, they had redone it; it was beautiful on the inside. And I like to read. I was sitting up reading a book, probably Stephen King. This is probably what I said.
Oh, there you go.
Fuel to the fire.
And so it didn't have air conditioning. All the windows are open or whatever. It was a fairly peaceful evening in the summer. And I had fallen asleep. I was laying on the bed and I feel something like push down on me, like real quickly, like bounce me in the bed. And in my head I could hear it.
Wow.
And then when I stood up or whatever, I've always been a fairly defensive-minded person. I stood up and got my back to the wall, and out of the window, I felt like somebody was running out the window. So there I go, barefoot out the window, up the side of the hill.
Oh, you actually ran?
I took off after it because I thought it was somebody there. Because my nieces were little, they were there in the house with us. And my dad hears me. He's like, "What the world is going on?" He hears me get up. Because I'm hollering, where did you go? Come back with the expletives and whatnot or whatever. And he comes back and he's like, what was that? I was like, "I don't know, man." And I'm pouring sweat, like I'm dripping sweat at this time. And it was probably one of the weirder, like paranormal type things. But we got back to the house or whatever, and I was like, maybe if I just pray.
Yeah, no, sure.
Pray and be like, "Hey, look, guys, we're just here with my family. We're not, we mean no harm. I get it. This is probably your space for eons." And everything was pretty chill after that. But I like getting out of the truck. I remember looking at the old garage, and I was like, hair on the back of my neck was stood up as soon as I got there. And after having a little prayer session, everything was chill.
It's fun.
But up there is super old. Here is super old. There's so many people that have moved through the area. There's it's no telling the history of what's going on just in the monte out here between San Antonio and Mexico.
This area is so old that this area's been here for eternity. And we literally find where the ocean used to be here. You find limestone outcroppings, and caliche is actually from coral reefs from when the oceans were there. But I will tell you, up not far from Kerrville, and actually with the recent flooding that came through, they're finding dinosaur tracks.
I saw that.
There's a place not far from Kerrville where there is human prints right next to dinosaur tracks.
Wow.
We should
I'd
do
like
a
to see
field
that.
trip.
That would be cool.
Go.
Which is completely, and they're saying they're at the same level.
Yeah, so once
That's history.
that'd be cool.
Maybe somebody had a pet dinosaur.
Can you
That'd be so
imagine?
cool.
Was his name Fred?
Fred,
Maybe.
no, it wasn't Fred.
Shellstone? No.
So
Something stone.
Shelby Shawver
Oh,
says,
that's my niece.
literally one of the best storytellers I know. I guess she's talking about Stephen King.
Yeah, she was there actually whenever all that went. Whatever. She was little though.
Speaking of spirits, weird spirity things, before you got here, no.
Oh,
Not those kind of
Before you
spirits.
got here,
Yes, please.
we were sitting here and it was we were talking and we kind of stopped talking for a second, and that was not on at all. And all of a sudden, I just felt ice cold hit me, and right here, and it's actually still here. Don't stick your head there. Ice cold.
oh, verification.
It's bizarre.
We don't know.
And there's a computer screen there, so
There's no reason for it to be cold there.
There was a
She was
draft
born
at some point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ice cold right there.
It's
Weird, right?
I don't think it's ripped. I've never moved a ghost before.
Do it.
Put it in a car.
you take your opportunities when you can. See a shark in the ocean, you try to help it. You gotta show. Just your dominance.
Oh my gosh. Oh, man.
I have a very, very strange story from here, but I don't think I'm going to tell it because it's somewhat personal. Yeah. But there's a different story that I am going to tell you. One day, so, the spirit world and energies and that kind of stuff, they're a little bit more accessible when your guard is down.
Oh, yeah. Oh,
That's what they
that's what they do.
So,
They're
Or
punks.
if you welcome them.
Working on robots at
Yes.
Toyota.
Or if you're inviting them.
Some people
there was
welcome
a time that I had like maybe 5 or 6 or 10 beers. I can't remember.
That's cool.
And Joanna can contest it wasn't me being drunk because she saw the same thing that I saw. At the time, we were losing goats. The day before, we had lost a goat. We had lost an aoudad. We had a little baby aoudad. We found that aoudad.
What is it?
An aoudad is it's a sheep from the Ural Mountains in the Mediterranean that got brought into Texas, and now it's spreading like wildfire all across the
They're
desert.
really cute, but
They're
they
cool
are
looking sheep.
fast and
They're the only
fight
sheep
over.
that can't breed with any other sheep species. They are their own thing. They have to only breed with aoudad. They can't breed with other sheep. So like bighorn sheep, for instance, a bighorn sheep can breed with any sheep that you have.
Sure. You know why? Because he's a big horn shit.
Bighorn sheep.
I do what I want.
So all these species they can interbreed, but an aoudad cannot breed. That's neither here nor there.
No.
We bought an aoudad, a baby
Her name was
bottle baby
Moo. She was
aoudad.
adorable.
She was a 2-day-old bottle
She was like a
baby.
baby cow. She was.
We called her Moo. We bottle fed her until she was ready to go outside. She was ready to go outside a lot quicker than most animals would be because she was wild as crap. She would not let us pet her, but she would come and take bottle whenever you had bottle. She would come run to you. She was hungry. But other than that, she wanted nothing to do with humans. Wow. So we set her outside and we put her with our goats. Well, one afternoon I went out there to go see where she was and make sure she's still hanging around because we didn't have the high fence at the time. We just had a 6-foot horse wire across the back. I went back there, like, Moo, calling for her. I was going to give her a bottle. Couldn't find her. Started seeing buzzards circling, and I went back past that 6-foot horse wire. Before I got there, I found one of our adult goats dead with a slit from her pelvis all the way to her ribs.
Like
That
when you've
was
got an animal.
like razor sharp, and her guts were laid out on the ground. Dead. And I'm like, huh, that's
I'm
strange.
not alone.
That's strange. So I walk around the corner and I find Moo's hips, only her hips, on the back side of that 6-foot fence. So it clearly wasn't a coyote, clearly wasn't a fox, clearly wasn't anything like that got her. Had to have been a mountain lion or something like that that could lift that kind of weight over a fence. Her hips were on the back side of that fence, and the rest had been eaten. And that goat was left there so something could come back and eat it. So I'm thinking it's a mountain lion.
Right.
We had lost almost 200 sheep a couple months prior to that to a mountain lion
Yeah,
on my parents' place. Over the course of 3 months, we lost almost 200 sheep, $60,000 worth of sheep in 2 months. Gone. So, I had like maybe 5 or 10 beers.
5 or 10.
5, 10, 11 billion, whatever. I was not sober. I'll tell you that. But I heard the dogs barking, and I'm like, maybe that mountain lion's back. Came back to get that goat. So I went back there with the light, and she was with me. And I shined that light up, and this is at the back of the property. Shine that light up, and I see the only way to explain it is a minotaur. I see horse legs,
It was creepy.
human top, demonic face, huge horns looking at me, and it hisses and jumps like 10 feet in the air and hauls ass. And I looked at her and I was like, am I that drunk? And she goes, no, what the hell was that?
Thanks for coming out, folks.
Yeah, we're going back inside now. We need to get inside. I don't run. I ran. I was like, nope, I'm going
So
inside.
there's still daylight. Shane, would you like coffee?
So I'm here for you.
Hey guys, join us next week, and our special guest will be
A priest and we're praying.
Yeah, from the Poteet Catholic Church.
dude. Okay, so
This is no bullshit. This happened.
Yeah.
She was right there next to me.
It was creepy.
That is wild.
It was.
I thought I was just drunk. I'm like, am I hallucinating? Like, liver? What is going on? And I looked at her. She was, oh my God, what was that? And I was like, let's go.
So y'all know I'm like big on mental health. Do you know how hard it is when you're talking to your therapist or whatever, and they're like, "Do you ever see things that aren't there?" How do you answer that without sounding crazy?
We both saw it though.
But we both saw it.
You don't have, two people don't have the same hallucination.
I mean,
They will not.
and then again, before we gotta drink some of this ginger ale because
I wasn't drinking.
I've seen some things.
Like,
She was sober.
I was sober. I don't drink. I drink when you
Wow.
bring wine for us to taste, or if somebody brings me a Modelo, I might drink it. But
I will tell you, I have not seen that here since. That was the one time. So it had red eyes, spiky teeth, and it hit status.
and just-
It wasn't pinky, was it? Because that dog's been all over the road.
I think that's that girl
The
with
thing was the same size.
the
This thing was the same size as the Bigfoot we saw. It was 8
It
feet
was
tall.
huge.
Had to be 400 pounds.
Here's my thing, right?
Yeah, let's hear it.
Woods are they're max. We don't. And here's the thing, right? So we're going from road to road. We're on Strawberry City Road. We're going to go up Red Barn Road. All these things look small because we're looking left and right. To see things in an aerial view, right behind my house, there is like 500 acres where there's nothing but woods.
I've always wondered what's back there.
There's some fantastic stuff, right? There's got to be stuff out there, just like everywhere else in the world, where maybe, dare I say, a family, a clan, a collaboration, a crash, a cacophony, a murder, a group of beings that don't look like us.
Right.
Or maybe not beings, but just like
I forget what they call them in the Ozarks, but they have a name for like that family that's like out there that
yeah.
you never see.
But I think that, and that the same goes for animals. There's got to be stuff out there that we haven't seen
Oh,
yet.
absolutely.
And the ocean is what, like one
We've seen 1%.
1% of what's actually out
We know more about space than we do the ocean.
there.
Speaking of space, we're not, like, we have 30 minutes left. We're not going to have even time to talk about the ranch.
Stuff that's happened. But we-
Not even close.
Wow.
We're gonna have to have a part two.
There's so much.
Paranormal
And
part
so I think
We
we
should
should
do
actually
one
solicit. We should actually solicit people to send in their story.
That's what I was hoping for in the comments, and nobody has left us a comment of
Well,
this.
I think it's because
They're
it's too
scared.
no, I think it's too long. I think the things that have happened to other people, like Shane's story, it wasn't that expansive, but it took a while to talk
to
about.
get there. Yeah.
And mine wasn't so much long as it was fictitious.
Copy.
Ah,
But you gotta give it time to grow, or like the personal experience of it. Yeah, you get the flavor.
sure. Now I had the flavor. You know what I thought of, right? Like a giant evil HE buddy.
Get out of
Probably
right.
This segment brought to you by HEB.
And if you put on
That's the
soda,
okay.
where are you?
It's a giant evil HEB buddy, but it says Walmart on it.
It's like a Walmart greeter vest.
Your receipt. No.
And like a knucklehead, I go chasing after it. Yeah, come back.
Tell you what, we're on an hour and a half. Let's get something away, and then let's go to the break, and we will be right back, and we'll figure out what we're going to talk about while we're on break. But let's get something away.
Cats.
Let's do
Let
it.
me
Spin the
share
wheel
this
twice.
screen.
Spin the wheel twice.
Yeah.
I'm going to share this screen. We're going to add us
Pick
in.
which one we're going to give away first.
Yeah.
The Festival Association.
All right. We're going to the backyard kitchen.
Weird.
Let's see who wins this. You can throw that in a pile of the still stuff.
What do we got here?
Right next to that bag. Right in front of you. Yeah, right there. That's all of the still stuff.
So, congratulations.
Congratulations. They literally messaged a little while ago and said, "Am I a winner again?" Colton, you literally have a pile.
Yeah, man.
I was
Colton, this is all the stuff you've won already. Look at this crap. Look at it. 72 jars of jelly. These red baskets. Habanero peppers.
That giant rooster on the floor.
Oh, that's Grandma's rooster. That's Club Norris. That's the rooster's name is Club Norris.
Did you say his name was Club Norris?
There he is.
That's Grandma's rooster. All right. Go ahead.
All right. So next prize, what are we giving away?
Go ahead, Shane. Give
Oh, Misty commented.
Oh,
Misty commented. Let me add her name to the wheel real quick. Since she decided to go ahead and comment. Hi, Misty.
Howdy, Misty.
We saw her.
Long time no see.
And we're gonna go to the backyard kitchen. See who wins this other.
Do it.
Is there an algorithm that only lets people we know win?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's all, only people that we know are commenting. So.
Okay.
Only wins, only spins.
Oh.
One episode where we just get all donations and stuff, and we only spin the entire time.
Interesting.
That would be cool. I bet a lot of people would show up for that.
It would.
I'd bring a sports card for that.
Estelle says, "Thank you, Spirit."
Oh.
I love it.
The spirit in the sky.
It keeps on turning. I'm really bad
The
at that.
wheel in the sky.
Yeah.
Spirit in the sky is where you're gonna go when you die.
Oh, yeah.
Anyway,
You know we're afraid in Jesus.
we'll be back in a minute and 48 seconds after this quick break from the Backyard Kitchen, located at
Oh, 973 Avenue.
Hey, go see them on Sunday. They're reopening on Sunday.
5 years ago,
Hey guys, Pat West with SoTex here to talk to you about the Backyard Kitchen, located at 973 Avenue H in Poteet. They're always bringing the great deals on good meals. Let's talk about what we got this week. We got the Backyard Kitchen family meal deal. Singles for only $24.99, doubles for $32.99. You get 4 cheeseburgers, 4 drinks, and a large loaded fry. Then you got the Texas Frito Backyard. For $9.99, you get that delicious burger, fries, and a drink. Lastly, you get the BYK Burger Bowl for $8.99, and you get that delicious bowl with a drink. Look at that. And as always, they do deliver. Call them 830-399-9639, and it'll be right on the way. Backyard Kitchen. Go see it.
serving up joy, love wrapped in taste. Cheers to the years and more to come in this little haven. We all feel that.
Do you enjoy fellowship, service, leadership development, networking, and having fun with the purpose? Then the Poteet Rotary Club invites you to join us Wednesdays at the Poteet Rotary Building on the Strawberry Festival grounds at high noon. See you there, partner.
Join the wave of success. Let your brand be heard. In this vibrant show, spread the word, spread the word. Tune in, don't miss, now's your chance. Together we'll rise, let's take a stand. So takes time, where your dreams collide. Come and advertise, let's take this ride. With every show, we bring the spark. Join us now, light up the dark.
prognosticate. Can I have the lottery numbers?
No, it's something. No, nothing that would help us.
So before we go, I just want to talk a little bit about deja vu. Have you ever had deja vu? People in the comments, let us know if you've ever had deja vu. If it's a good story, we'd love to hear it. I want to talk about deja vu, and we were just talking about it a little bit before we came on air. I think so. I have deja vu all the time. You have deja vu all the time.
It's not an exotic dancer either.
And you're always
On stage number 4.
Every time we talk, oh man, I just had deja vu. I'm like, okay, well, what happened next? Let me tell you why I asked that question. And there's 2 experiences that I've had at deja vu.
I'm very interested.
When I was in 4th grade, I remember I had a dream. And in this dream, a very specific kid, his name was Ricardo. He was the class bully. He bullied everybody. That very specific kid, in my dream, I remember the teacher saying something, and when she said something, her chalk dropped, hit the little tray that was on the bottom, still bounced on it twice. And then I hear, "Don't do that." And when I hear, "Don't do that," Ricardo stood up with a pencil, threw it straight at me, and it got stuck in my eye. About a week later, teacher's up at the chalkboard, says that exact thing, drops the chalk hits twice. I hear, "Don't do that." I stepped up my hand like this, caught the pencil between my fingers.
Ninja.
I looked at it, and all the kids were like, "Oh!" I saved my eye from getting poked out.
Sure, man.
But I had seen it in a dream, and it happened exactly like that. And my brain clicked, and I was like, "I've been here. What happened?" Dude threw the pencil. I caught it.
Oh, that's wild. It's a great story.
Second story. I had a lot of dreams, very specifically about this curly-haired, beautiful woman.
Shout out, Andrea.
Yeah.
It wasn't those type of dreams.
Oh, not those kind of dreams.
It wasn't those types of dreams. And I do believe that when you're projecting into the future, it's not a set destiny. Like in my dreams, I get married to this beautiful woman with curly hair on the steps of a courthouse. That doesn't mean that that's going to happen very specifically. I will tell you, I dreamed of this same woman over and over and over and over again for a decade.
Wow.
And I'm like, where the hell is this woman? Well, one day, this lady messages me and says, "Hey, I hear you have a lot of goats and sheep, and I'm interested in getting some goats and sheep for my property. How can I get some of those?" And I was like, "Well, I don't really have sheep right now, but I have goats." And I clicked on her profile picture and I was like, "Holy crap, that's her! That's her. That's the woman I've been dreaming of. Holy crap! Look at her. She's freaking beautiful." Well, about a year and a half later, she finally decided to come to see
It
me.
was not that long.
And when she showed up to my gate and stepped out of the car to finally meet me, I'm like, that's her. That's 100% her. I recognize her. I've been seeing her in my dreams for a decade.
That is,
And there she is.
great.
Cool. Over here. And she always tells me,
Here we go.
"I'll marry you someday."
Sunday's better than none day.
I'll tell you, in my dreams, I wasn't great. So,
Wow.
Good.
Maybe it'll happen soon.
it's happening soon.
Hey, we have a light here.
We do. Right there.
Right here on this side?
The middle
Oh,
thing.
perfect. Ta-da!
Can you see us?
Yeah, oh, no, it's much better.
Hello, everyone.
Hello? Oh.
Yeah.
Well, if we're going to tell scary stories, may as well be in the
But
dark.
anyway, yeah, deja vu.
Well, that's wild. That's a great story, actually.
So, 2 instances
I
of
always
deja
thought
vu.
he was full of crap. I'm not gonna lie. I'm like, this dude is making stuff up.
No.
No, it's never changed. And the first time he told me that, he got emotional. I thought he was crying. I was like, okay, maybe he's not. But yeah.
And if it's not true, it's a good ploy to get
Right.
Yes.
married
Right.
a
Yes.
girlfriend
To
in
get
your
it
life.
wrong.
Write that down, boys.
Write that down.
It's completely true.
Pat West, put it to the test.
There you go.
It's like fist. Yeah.
Is it the truth?
It is the
It
truth.
is the
Yeah.
truth. So.
Well, the only bad part about it, it's not beneficial to everybody involved.
Yeah.
You know?
It's not fair.
We're not in Utah.
So, deja vu story. I'll make it quick,
Let's
man.
hear it.
Driving out of the driveway. I'm debating whether to go check the mail or not, right? This deja vu big time. Decided to go check it. I get onto the road and I say, you know what? I got to come back. I check the mail. There is something I had to go take back to the house and send off, right? Get a copy sent to the email. Right up the road, there was a lady who T-boned another vehicle. Wasn't bad, but it would have been me because she took my place in line. Second deja vu, I was debating whether to go to the mailbox to check my mail, right? I get up to the road. I get on the road. I turn around. I come back. I go to the mailbox, open the mailbox. There's a piece of mail in there, right? I got to go back to the house and I scan it so I can send it off an email. Get back onto the road. Right up the road for me, this lady, she T-bones another vehicle. It wasn't bad, but that would have been me because she took my place on the road.
Wow.
I get it now. I couldn't an exact description of deja vu. That was,
You got any deja vus?
not really. A few weird moments, like where you go to get in the car and you're like, listen to your gut kind of things, or looking at.
Hey, I feel like I've been here.
Yeah, I feel like I've been here. Synchronicity kind of things.
I feel like I've been here happens to me more than yeah.
And it's weird because it'll happen like in the exact progression you remember, and your mind is like, I know what happens next, and then it happens.
Yeah.
And I think that those moments exist to prove to you that that's something you should heed because it's really happening.
Yeah.
More importantly, do y'all get really happy when you realize that you're actually in deja vu? You're like, oh, yeah.
Dreamed of this exact.
Can you control your dreams?
It's like a movie.
Really, she can dictate what narrative's gonna happen.
And if I die, I can come back and do that exact scene over.
I've had a few dreams where I've been able to
Really?
to wake up and like it enough where I don't want to go back to sleep and it start back over. I have real vivid dreams. I hate it.
You do? You can control your dreams. I like it.
My dreams have credits at the end.
Really? It's like good.
Yeah.
Shane Griffin.
Starring Shane Griffin.
Producer Shane Griffin.
Yes, I'm Shane Griffin.
Yep.
That's photographer.
Can you control your
Jonathan Garcia. What? You never even showed up to work.
Still getting union scale too.
Can you control your dreams, Donovan?
I'm sorry?
Can you control your dreams?
Depending what time I can actually start dreaming within about 5 minutes of closing my eyes because I'm so tired.
We lost Donovan's camera.
Oh,
Somebody called, that's why.
dang it. Was it my mom?
No.
Good.
Oh, it is.
No, it's not.
Hold on.
Please bring more
Screenshot.
mustard for the hot dogs. We're gonna have
So-
Fritos tonight. Please.
My sister Wendy says hi, Shane.
Hey, how you been? Long time
And
no
speaking
see.
of Wendy, I'm gonna tell a real quick kind of ghost story, spirit story,
About
based
Wendy?
around Wendy.
Oh, I love it.
So, when I was 4 years old, my grandmother died. My grandmother was one of my favorite people in the whole world. I would go, I specifically, even right now, 42 years old, I still remember sitting on the floor, me and my cousin. He would sit next to one of her legs. I would sit next to her other leg. We'd watch cartoons. She would give us milk with ice in it.
Yes.
And we would sit there and grab those ice cubes and scrape the milk off and pretend it was ice cream.
Nice.
I remember that. And I remember she used to wear Birkenstock stockings that were very rough. And both my cousin and I would just sit there and rub her stockings as we would watch.
Sensory.
I remember that exact moment. I was very close to her. Well, after she passed away, for probably, from a 4-year-old's perspective, it felt like a month. Every night, I would see a shadow walk into my room, and that shadow would stand over me, and then hover over me, place its hands on me. Let me add Donovan back to place its hands on me. Oh man, that's echoing. There we go. It would place its hands on me, and I would never be scared. The entire time, I would never be scared because I knew exactly who it was. It would place its hands on me. I'd have a warm sensation.
and I would feel like everything's safe, everything's going to be okay. I knew it was my grandmother, 100%. Well, I went to sit at the table one morning, eating breakfast or whatever, and I told my sister, told Wendy, Grandma comes in to see me every night. She goes, no, she doesn't. I said, no, she really does. She comes in to see me every night, and she tells me everything's going to be okay. She makes me feel, because I think we were crying about her passing away or something like that. I was like, I see her every night. She comes in, she talks to me. No, she doesn't. Next time she comes in, you knock on the wall and you tell me, and I'll come in there and I'll prove to you that she's not there.
What's the age difference between the two of you?
She is 6 years older than me.
Okay.
She was about 10. And so the next night, my grandmother came in, walked in, did all the same stuff, and I knocked on the wall. Says, she's here. Come here. Come here. They came in, turned the light on. See, I told you she's not there. My grandmother never came back again. Thanks, Wendy.
Thanks, Wendy.
My older sister's ruined it all.
Yep.
Non-believers. Naysayers, if you will.
Yeah. So the spirit world, for a lot of people, is trained out of you. Kids will always tell you, Jesus sat in the bathtub with me. Grandma, Grandpa watched over me. Grandma.
Yeah, little kids talking to the wall or whatever, you see them.
He has never seen, does not know my papa. There is zero existence of my papa in his little brain. And he was 2 at the time. He was standing on the couch and he was looking out the window, and I'm sitting there holding him. And he's, looking, and then all of a sudden he was like, hi, Papa. And I said, what did you say? Hi, Papa. Where's Papa? And he pointed.
Nice.
Doesn't know anything about my grandma.
That's fantastic.
Misty is commenting. Holy. Misty
She's saying how much
says,
she loves me.
Misty says, has anyone ever fallen asleep while doing homework and ended up writing down their dream? It happened to me in college.
Oh, wow.
That's crazy.
That's,
But we're gonna have to save this for another show, Misty.
yeah. I want to talk
And
about
actually,
that.
Misty, I would really like it if you would come
Sit next to me.
and be on the show.
Sit
Yeah,
next to me.
that'd be cool.
But Misty says, when I was 6, I saw a man dressed in 50s business clothes at our old house, and later Mom told me a man had died, maybe of a heart attack, there when I asked her.
Did he have a top hat?
Yeah, that's the question. I need to know if he has a top hat. We will tell you more about that later. We're gonna have to have all another episode because we literally have. This is even. She only checked off a couple things.
Yeah, I know.
I think
I
we
know.
should do this
And
next
that's
time.
not even.
Spooky
That's not even
time.
close to any of it.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna tell you a ghost story before we go.
Yes.
Excellent.
I'm gonna tell you my ghost story.
Okay.
It's 3 different events. So y'all know Chris Robertson?
Yes.
Yes.
So Chris Robertson had never killed a javelina. I never even knew we had javelinas until we set up game cams. And when we set up game cams, all of a sudden javelinas started coming in. I'm like, awesome.
Yes.
Let me start this off let me preface this by telling you, on our property next to the Atascosa River, there's a section of the property that has this big dip, big mound, big dip. It's always been there. It's been there since I've known. And I know we had a trash pit not far from there, and I always thought it was just part of the trash pit. Well, I've been seeing these javelinas on game cam, and I'm like, Chris, you want to kill a javelina? Let's go kill a javelina. Middle of the spring. We're walking through the brush, and Chris is walking behind me, and I had seen the javelinas on game cam, and I knew they were there. And we were running a little late, so I was like, okay, let's sneak in through the brush. We'll go in to get those javelinas. Well, we're kind of waiting through the brush as quietly as we can. I feel a hand on my shoulder. And I feel the hand on my shoulder, and I hear in my ear, hey. In that exact voice. And I figure it's Chris, telling me, like, hey, there's javelinas, like, let's stop. I look over my shoulder, and Chris is about 10 yards behind me, and he's looking over his shoulder.
Great.
And I say, did someone just touch your shoulder? He goes, yeah. Did they say hey? And I was like, yeah. And it sounded mean. It sounded like they did not want me there, but it said, hey. Well, we still went about our business, and he killed his javelina, got out of there. About a month later, I'm walking with my friend Casey on the Atascosa River, maybe a half mile from there. And we were walking, trying to see if we could see turkeys there. We're walking along, and he's like, so our typical thing that we did then was we'd spread out maybe 40, 50 yards apart, and walk along the Atascosa River to try to spook pigs up and then shoot them as they get up. Well, we're walking, and I hear, over there, in that same voice, exact same voice. And Casey goes, what?
Oh, no.
Did you say something? I was like, no, I did not say something. He's like, I just heard somebody say there's one over there. And I was like, yeah, I heard the same thing. But to me, it sounded like someone was right next to me saying, there's one over there. Crazy. Both of us, like, we just chilled right out. Both of us were like, okay, let's get the hell out of here. Yeah. So we got out of there. Well, about 3 weeks later, I was actually working for my buddy Casey at the time in the oil field, and I was in Pleasanton at the place we were mixing soap at the time for the company that he owned. And that place is only maybe a quarter mile off the Atascosa River in Pleasanton. I'm sitting there mixing soap, and I got done mixing soap. And when I tell you it was hot, it was like 108 degrees that day. I got done mixing soap. I'm drenched in sweat. And there was an old cistern around on the side with a water hose. I go to wash my hands and get some of that caustic soap off of me. And as I'm washing my hands, I get ice cold, frigid cold, like 30 degrees. And I feel two hands on my shoulders squeeze my shoulders, and I hear, kill you.
Oh, wow.
I just like kind of stood back, and I was like, what the hell? And I just kind of eased over to my truck, hopped up into my truck, called my buddy, and he's like, get out of there, never go back. And literally that day, we went and bought that yard right there off of 282, or we rented that yard from my parents because they owned it at the time, where that big building is and the trucking company is. Yeah. We used to own that property. That day, Casey and the other two owners of the company rented that yard and began building that building, and they said, we're never going back to that place.
Maybe they had an experience, they just don't share it with anybody.
Yeah.
Paranormal Pete's.
All that stuff happened around the Atascosa River.
Oh, yeah. There's a lot of stuff that went on there, dude.
I will tell you that out there on the ranch, what I have seen out there, they look like Mexican soldiers. Is what I have seen out there. They look like Mexican soldiers. And Pat's like, maybe they don't want me there. I'm like, no, I don't think it's that.
David Crockett.
There he is.
There's so much more that we can talk about, but we are literally running out of time. We got to give away these last two prizes. We barely have time to do that.
All right, who are you giving the jam to?
So no one ever wrote us a story.
Oh, biscuits.
So
Put them on the wheel of names.
yeah, so we're just gonna have to give away on the wheel of names. The jam is the next one up. We're gonna go ahead and pull it up.
I think we need to start teaching people lessons and not give away the prizes unless they participate.
Yeah, no
Right,
prize.
giving us those stories.
Colleen Garza just said that she's gonna bring me all the desserts, and she said, I do believe our loved ones come to visit us. Yeah, 100%.
Wait.
Do that as well.
Time out. Why does Pat get all the dessert?
She didn't say that.
Oh, you trickster.
Is that true?
Yeah.
Okay.
You hit the four-way test first.
Is it beneficial to Pat? Yes.
She can bake, and I love it. Oh,
Let's go to the wheel. Let's see who wins this jam. We're gonna go to the backyard kitchen. Finally, someone that.
Yeah.
Hey, Shane, you can take that to her.
Hand delivered.
Perfect. And one last thing. What's our last thing here?
Ooh, that's
Backyard
$20 gift
Gift
certificate.
certificate. We're gonna give that away.
If you win it, they won't be open until Sunday. You have to wait.
Sunday.
Congratulations, Martha.
Sunday, Monday.
Grand prize we're gonna give away right now on the backyard kitchen.
Wheel
Oh.
of names.
Donovan.
Oh my God.
Wendy.
There's already another one of these waiting on you. So now you have $40 worth of backyard kitchen
She
gift
can take
certificates.
us with her when she goes.
So come see us on Sunday, and we'll use these backyard kitchen gifts.
We'll pay for this whole seat, but you'll only use it.
Congratulations, Wendy. I'm gonna write your name here.
Put a little heart on it too.
No, I'm not gonna do that.
Well, you're rude. Give me that.
All right.
I'll-
Yeah, Bear Brown, who is either her son or her husband, they use the same account, says it was rigged.
Yeah.
She always wins. I
Okay.
agree.
I agree.
Elise has good luck
I agree.
from tormenting.
So congratulations to Shelby. Congratulations to Estelle. Congratulations to Wendy.
Lisa.
And congratulations to Lisa on winning our prizes. Misty says, take me, Wendy. All right. We got happy closing remarks.
Yes.
Got anything for the people?
Food distribution this weekend. If you're looking to get food, sign up online. If you're looking for some community service and some camaraderie, come out and join us starting at 7 a.m. Saturday at the Strawberry Festival grounds.
Donovan, got anything for the people?
If you think it's a ghost, it probably is.
Yeah. Shane?
I know the Rotary's looking for members right now, so if you want to come to some Rotary meetings, every Wednesday at 12, every week. Free porn.
Cornhole for polio on August 30th.
That needs to change. We're gonna end up like Davy Crockett and the rest of the homeboys.
Come see us on August 30th. Join your local Rotary if you don't want to come to Poteet, but if you do want to come to Poteet, we'll be happy to have you.
Yeah.
Yep.
And that's it. We gotta go.
You gotta go,
There we
man.
go. Good seeing
May
you.
your berries always be
Sweet.
sweet.
May your jams never be runny.
Ghostbusters.
You got anything to say?
In the fields of Poteet where the sun shines hot. Red strawberries popping, yeah, we gave it all we got. Face drops heavy like the fruits ripe dump.
This episode of SoTex Time was powered by the Backyard Kitchen, 973rd Avenue H in Poteet. Blackbird 9 Winery, SoTex Farms, truly homegrown, and SoTex Outdoors, the hunt never ends. Goodbye.
We're crunk in the fields, feel the bass drop. Berries in the wild will never stop. From Poteet to the world, let the music run. Strawberry vibes in the heat of the sun. Harvest time's a party, every berry's a score. Dancing through the woods, can't help but want more. From the vine to the beat, make the moment last. Poteet's where it's popping and forget all the past. Bass in the soil, rhythm in the heart. Strawberry dreams, this is just the start. We're crunk in fields, feel the bass drop. Berries in the wild, will never stop. From Poteet to the world, let the music run. Strawberry vibes in the heat of the sun. Raise your glass for the fruits of the land. Bass drops berries, it's a crunk life plant. Fields of Poteet where the sun shines hot. Red strawberries popping, yeah, we give it all we got. Bass drops heavy like the food tribe thought. Crunk sides flowing, gotta feel that jump. Sweetness dripping, turn the speakers up high. Berries growing loud, let your spirit fly. Sweetness dripping, turn the speakers up high. Berries growing loud, let your spirit fly.